Hello guys, welcome back to this YouTube channel, and today we are going to be doing a very simple flyer. We're going to learn how to create this flyer right here in Photoshop. Of course, as usual, I'm going to share with you all the assets and resources I used to make it. It will be linked in the description box, so do well to check it out, download it, and design along with me. But before we start, I'd like you to like this video, I beg, share it, comment, and of course subscribe. So without talking too much, let's just jump right into the video. So we're going to create a new file, and it's going to be 1080p by 1080p, and our resolution is 72. That's because this is a regular social media flyer. You can leave the other settings to be just like mine. I'm going to click on create. So now that we are inside our workspace, we're going to start with bringing in our background elements. So let's go to our resources. This is the first background element we're going to bring in. Right, so we're going to hold Alt and then we're going to drag it. Wonderful. So we're going to bring in our second background element, which is this pattern here. Like I said, all these assets will be provided in the description box below. Alright, so we're going to change the blending mode of this. So let's see. Alright, color burn works. We're going to reduce the fill a bit. Alright, I think 32 is okay. We're going to unlock this background layer and we're going to delete it. It's white. So let's just drag it down here. And we'll select these two layers and press Ctrl G to group it. And then we're going to rename it BG since it's our background, and then we're going to lock it so it does not move around. So the next thing we'll do is we're going to bring in our border. Alright. We're going to reduce the size a bit. I think it's okay like this. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a shadow under this border so it looks realistic. So you click on the background layer, click on this plus icon. It's going to create a new layer. Click on your brush tool B, and then we are going to go to Windows. We are going to click on brush settings. When the brush settings window opens up, we are going to come down here to roundness, and then we are going to put in 5. Right. Now you can see what that has done to our brush. It's no longer round. It's now like straight line. So you can just increase it a bit. Make sure that your foreground color is set to black. Alright, increase the size a bit and then you dab twice under, and now we've created our shadow just like that. Let's move it up a bit. Alright, so that is our shadow for the border. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to create another layer under, and this time around I'm going to change our foreground color to a very bright orange, and I'm going to go back to the brush settings. Let's go to Windows, brush settings, and let's select our brush, go to Windows, go to brush settings, and then we'll increase our roundness back to 100. Alright, and make sure it's a soft round brush and your hardness is set to 0. So with our orange selected, we are going to increase the size a bit, and then we'll dab at the back twice, 3 times. Let's change the blending mode to screen. Alright, you can see the effect that it has. So we can go back to our foreground color and change it to a lighter orange and come and dab. Alright, so we've kind of separated our border from the background and it's standing out more. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to select these 3 layers and press Ctrl G, and I'm going to name it border. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to write our text. So select your text tool or press T, and you're going to write jumbo. Then we're going to change the color to white. The font I'm using here is Akira Expanded. I'm also going to provide it in the description box below. So we're going to centralize this. Let's centralize jumbo. Let's press Ctrl T. We're going to transform it, make it bigger. Let's take it up a bit. We're going to duplicate it. You hold your Alt and you drag it down. And then we're going to change the text to big bold bytes. So big bold bytes. I'm going to press Ctrl T. We're going to transform it, reduce the size a bit. Alright, we're going to take it up. We've written our text. Now let's bring in our logo. Our Burger King logo. Alright, so we're going to just reduce the size like this. We're going to go down here and click on FX. Click on color overlay. And then this color here, you're going to make sure it's white. If it's not white, click here and then choose white. So we've clicked on OK. Now the last thing we're going to do is we can actually group these three layers. Let's press Ctrl G and we're going to name it as logo and text. I like grouping my layers so I'll know what I'm doing. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to bring in this burger again. So we're going to reduce the size. I'm going to place it here at the edge, tilt it a bit. Let's take it under the text. We're going to come here to filter, go to blur, go to Gaussian blur. Alright, so I set it at 5.6. You can leave it at that. I'm going to bring in another burger again. Reduce the size. Take it up here. Tilt it a bit. Go back to filter. Go to blur, but this time motion blur. Okay, I set it at 78. Then we're going to just press your Alt and drag. Take it down here. Press your Ctrl T and I'm going to change the angle where you're directing it at. Alright, so these three burgers that we brought in, we're going to group them together. Group them and then you name them as something like blood burgers. Alright, you're going to come to the top group, click on it, and then you come down here and click on curves adjustment layer. So you take, okay, before this curves adjustment layer, let's actually come down to this main burger, click on it, and let's go to filter, and let's go to camera raw filter. Let's edit it so it can stand out a bit. So here in camera raw filter, we're just going to go to light, increase the contrast a bit, reduce highlight a bit, increase shadows. Then we're going to go to effects, increase the texture to 100, increase, go to curves, no, not curves, go to detail, increase the sharpening a bit and click on OK. So just those few settings, and you can see that the burger is standing out more. This shadow, click on the shadow, let's take it up a bit. Alright, so now that we've done that, let's actually come down here, click on the burger layer, come down here, click on hue and saturation. Let's increase the saturation a bit. Okay, increase saturation to 21 and then clip it to just the burger. Alright, so now we can come down here, come up and then select our curves adjustment layer. So what the curves adjustment layer does is it creates contrast, alright, by affecting the shadows and the highlights of the image. So traditionally, to do that, to create more contrast, we are going to create an S curve on this curve adjustment layer. To do that, you come here and you drag it up a bit. And what you're doing is you're increasing the highlight, and then you come down here, you take it down a bit, and you're reducing the shadows. You can see that that creates kind of it's an improvement on the overall composition. So if you hide it, you can see the difference before and after. Alright, so we're going to also add a color balance adjustment layer. So what it does, it balances the colors like it's like the name. Right, so basically what I do is I just play around with the sliders, and if I see what I like, I leave it at that. Alright, so there is no specific rule. Let's go to shadows, let's go to highlights. You can just copy my settings to get exactly what I'm getting. Alright, so go to the top layer, press Ctrl Shift Alt E to create a snapshot. Right click it and convert it to a smart object. We're going to go to filter, go to camera raw filter to do our final editing. So go to light, reduce the exposure a bit, increase our contrast, increase highlights, increase the whites. Go to color, let's increase vibrance slightly. And effects, so increase our texture a bit, increase grain a bit, reduce the vignette a bit. In detail, we're going to increase our sharpening a bit, of course. Then we'll click on OK. And you can see the effect that has on this. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching to this point, and I hope you've learned a few tips and tricks on how you can recreate this and also apply those tips and tricks to your own personal projects. Alright, do well to like this video, comment on anything you would like me to. If there's any video idea you want me to make, you can just drop it in the comment section and I'm going to make it. Okay, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.